Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I got a question here that I thought I would answer about burning the boats. A while back, I believe I did a video on burning the boats. You can see that video here. But that's not always a good idea. So I got this email from Miguel, and Miguel wants to know, he says, "Hello John, I'm a 25-year-old man with an electrical engineering degree, and I work for a major telecommunications company making around $69K a year in Texas. I completed a nano degree in iOS development. My main goal is to be an appreneur and not really have a job as a programmer. Here's the thing, my job is very low stress. I only work 40-hour work weeks, and that leaves me with some energy to work on my side project. I have $15K in student loans, which I'm paying aggressively, and my question is, should I quit my job and burn the boats to go all in on my appreneur journey, or should I wait to build some savings and have more experience building apps on the side? I'm just a beginner making apps. Thank you, Miguel." So Miguel, I got to tell you, I like your tenacity of burning the boats. And there's definitely times when you got to burn the boats in life, right? I mean, so many people, they straddle the line between two things, between what they want and what they have, and they get neither, or they lose what they have and they don't get what they want because they're trying to play both sides. They're not ready to commit 100% and burn the boats. But it's not always a good idea to burn the boats, and I'll tell you why. Because sometimes you're not ready, right? I mean, the burning the boats comes from, there's actually two sources of this story. One of them is from the famous explorer Cortez, and one of them is, I believe, in Rome. But essentially the idea is that, these commanders told their troops to burn the boats because, hey, they're going to make it so there's no retreat. You're going to win or you're going to die. There's no other choice. We're not retreating. We are going to conquer or we're going to die. And that's the mindset that you have to succeed. But you got to be smart. You can't come in with a rowboat with 5 guys in it and burn the boat. That's not going to work. And that's kind of what you'll be doing if you've got the 15K in student loans, you've never really developed apps before, and you're going to just, go all in and burn the boats. Chances are you're going to get your ass kicked, right? I mean, chances are it's not going to work out for you. So here's the thing. This is what I would advise you to do. You've got a cush job. That's awesome. That's great. That's a real good opportunity. You're only working 40-hour weeks, and like you said, it's a cush job. That's a great opportunity to build a side business, to start doing this on the side and working hard and getting that stuff done so that you get some experience building apps, get that student loan debt paid off, and start making some money from these apps, right? Start getting the side business going. If you want to quit your job, I'm not saying you don't need to replace your income. You don't need to be making $69K a year building apps, but you need to be able to at least replace what your expenses are. So so that you can make that transition. Because if you jump ship right now, if you burn the boats right now, what's going to happen is you're not going to have any money. You got student loan debt, you got other debts that you got to pay, and it's going to take time, especially in app business. Think of it this way, right? You might have to develop 50 apps and have 50 apps in the App Store before you're even making maybe a few grand a month to be able to live off of. So, you can hit it big with one app, but it usually doesn't happen that way. I don't know of anyone, all the stories I've heard, and I've talked to and interviewed a lot of developers that have really done well in the App Store, and all of them, it's taken some time to do this. It hasn't been like quick, and it never has been an overnight success. It's been a lot of work. So here's the thing. This is what you should do, Miguel. Continue working your job. Continue doing a good job at it. Keep that job, but in the evenings or even before work on this app business. Become that appreneur. Start building these apps, getting them in the App Store. Start paying down those student loans. Start preparing yourself ahead of time. Reduce your debt as much as possible. If you got a car payment, get rid of that. Sell the car, whatever, pay it off, whatever you got to do. Make your, move into a smaller place if you can so that your rent is small. The idea is you want to get your expenses as small as possible so that you can actually succeed. Because what really, really sucks, and so many people do this, especially today, a lot of young guys and gals, whatever, go out there and they see, the Silicon Valley startups, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Twitters, and all this. and they want to just like quit their job and just like be successful. And they go out, they start their idea, they're not making money, they've got all these debts, they're racking up credit card debt, and then after 3 months, they collapse, or 6 months, or some of them make it a year, and they gotta go back to work. Now they've got all this debt, and they feel like a failure. Start with success, right? You gotta build on this. It doesn't just happen overnight, right? So, you know, I like your ambition, I like your drive, but you got to do this the smart way. And for any of you out there that are trying to do this, you know, I'll talk about also, check out my book, Soft Skills, Software Developer's Life Manual. In this book, I have at least a couple of chapters devoted to this idea, and I won't rehash everything in there, but I talk about exactly, like, step by step. If you want to quit your job and become an entrepreneur of some sort, I tell you how to do it, how I did it. You can read my story in there, and you can also hear how a fictional character I made up, you know, would do this, and I tell you exactly what to expect. So it's important to be prepared, because it's also not going to be easy. You got to be ready to work 60, 70-hour weeks if you're going to be on your own and being an entrepreneur. That's how. I'm not saying that you do that forever, but the first 2 or 3 years of starting up as an entrepreneur, I don't know anyone who hasn't busted their ass hard, you know, working 70, 80-hour weeks. So that's what's in store for you. Best way to prepare is to start doing it now. I hope this answers your question. Hope this helps you. Any of you out there, you know, I am going to be putting together a course on entrepreneurship, specifically to teach developers how to become entrepreneurs. It's still in the working here. I value your input. So if you are interested in that course, sign up right here. And I will send you information. There's still, you know, some time before I get this course out, but I will send you information. Maybe ask you what you're looking for. But I definitely plan on putting something together, because there's so many developers out there that want this information, and I don't want to give it to you. I want to show you how to do this, how to start a business. If you want to start a blog business, if you want to start an app business, you know, the best way to do this. So anyway, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and in case you haven't noticed, I'm trying a little bit of a new format here. I got a new camera. I'm not using my iPhone. I'm going to probably set up. I'm still moving. Once I finish moving, I'm going to have this set up permanently with my own studio, so I can just like snap out videos real quick and have them be super high quality. I've got this wireless mic and everything, so we'll see how it goes. Testing it out now, but let me know what you think here. I'm going to be, you know, working on the camera and stuff. So anyway, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will talk to you next time. Take care.